Hello, welcome to After the Refresher course. My name is Angelo Garcia, the third Principal Industrial Hygienist of Future Environment Designs. This episode, I decided to basically do something a little different, kind of go away from the interviewing individuals. We're still going to continue to do that, but since this week in Plattsburgh, New York, and I decided to kind of give you a little idea of all the things we get to do when we we kind of take the training off Long Island, and we get to go see some of the sites, other sites around the state, or even out of the country. So this week's episode will be a few clips that basically talk about the different areas that basically different things that we see on our trip to Plattsburgh, and hopefully you'll think that's worth watching. So here we go. So here we are before the refresher. All right, getting our coffee from High Peaks Mobile Cafe. Pretty cool. Some of the best coffee in the North Country. See you after the refresher. So, welcome to After the Refresher. We're at the Black Flannel Brewery and Distillery in Essex, Vermont. And this was after the refresher class we held in Plattsburgh. And we decided to come here to basically try their brews and their alcohol. They basically brew a bunch of different brews, and one of my favorite is a beer called Lenore, which kind of is appropriate considering the place uses a raven as its logo, and Lenore is the reference to Edgar Allan Poe. So it's a beautiful place. It's a nice place. I love the beer here. They have two beers, Lenore, and they have the Scotch, which is Storming the Castle, which is fantastic. Both beers are great. Their bourbons are fantastic. I recommend strongly that you come here, and the food is fantastic also. Hopefully, I'll see you here one time, and we'll see you in the next episode. So viewers, this is Lenore. Lenore is a basically bourbon barrel aged stout. It's absolutely delicious and boozy. Be very careful. It's up there in the alcohol, in the ABVs. Talk to you soon. So here we are, we're basically at the entrance to the gardens. We have this beautiful light entrance, basically floating lights in the back there. And here we go. I'm going in. As you can see, it's a beautiful light show that leads us to the trees in front of us here. So we're here at the entrance to the Japanese gardens, and as you can see, we have this nice little light show in front of the Japanese house. The music makes it sound like rushing water. Japanese flutes. This is the Japanese gardens behind the house. You can see into the house. All right, very lit up. Definitely a very peaceful garden. I've always liked the Japanese one, primarily because it's so quiet here. Oh, pretty neat how it changes color. All right, it's on, it's off. And of course the music in the background. Bamboo flute.
Ah ouais? T'as-tu vu les fleurs? Ouais, t'as vu?
Ouais, tout la forêt, c'était juste les lumières.
OK.
Là, il y a l'animation, il y avait.
Comme des gouttes dans l'eau. C'est sensiblement comme l'année passée, ils ont rajouté des choses.
Ouais, ben, le thème peut changer. Il va être là quelques années. Comme celui-là, je pense que c'est nouveau de cette année.
OK.
Je ne vais pas l'avoir vu.
So, as you can see, changing colors. This is Japan, Japanese garden by the lake. All the lighting the different plants and trees in the background.
Meikan ulo manuentok
So, some more light, and as you can hear, sounds. It's interesting, they're calling it the Garden of Light. I think I would call it the Garden of Light and Sound. Because it's not just the lights, as you can hear. Each of the areas has their own unique sounds. So we're walking through the First Nations garden. You can hear the sounds. It's kind of designed to make it eerie. Kind of neat. Right, give the idea of the nighttime sounds. So this is a popular photo spot, and you'll see why in a few minutes. They have these butterflies that you can sit in front of and obviously get your picture taken. So it's a very popular beginning to the Chinese gardens. So here we are on the lake. Pond. Never know what to call this thing. As you can see, there's some beautiful lighted lanterns on this. Such a beautiful job. Usually they have a theme, and if I can find a theme plaque, we'll basically just take a picture of that. As you can see, there's a pagoda in the background there. Kind of mist. You can barely make it out, but it's just like a little glow that's going on there. So there's the plaque. It tells you kind of the theme, what the different lanterns are supposed to represent. All right. So here we are at the Montreal Botanical Gardens. This is the main building. So basically, as you can see, there's the entrance. Right, building has some nice architecture. You can see part of it is all lit up, and right. And then basically on this side of it, there's greenhouses. Right, as you can see, right, the greenhouses, and of course you got the Montreal, the stadium, the Olympic Stadium. That towers over the stadium. They're working on the stadium. There's some cranes up there, so they must be working on what looks like the roof. So this botanical garden is kind of one we've been coming here since basically, I think it's like 2000. We've been coming to this botanical garden usually in the fall. They always have this festival of lights for the gardens, and it's you know, hopefully you thought it was nice. We always enjoy coming here, and the displays always change every year. They always have a theme, and as you can see, the theme this year was actually forest animals, mystical forest animals, right? A nine-headed tiger, a nine-tailed fox. So basically, that's it for this session. Hopefully, we'll see you in a refresher class, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Be safe out there. Of course, we can't come to the North Country of Plattsburgh without going to McSweeney's. What's McSweeney's? McSweeney's is a restaurant that basically serves what's called Michigans. Michigans are hot dogs with a meat sauce on a bun. You can basically go inside and sit there, or like it's a beautiful day today, so I decided I'm going to have them in the car. And basically they have waitress service that comes to the car to basically take your order. So that's basically what I'm waiting for right now, and we'll talk to you in a few minutes. So our order came, all right, and there it is on a tray. 2 Michigans, a vanilla milkshake, and you can see McSweeney sign in the background. What a perfect shot, huh? So there you have it. This is our trip to the North Country. Can't take a trip to North Country without coming to McSweeney's. Love those Michigans. I can't seem to get them anywhere else. Not as perfectly as they make them here. Of course, up here, there's basically an argument between McSweeney's and some of the other Michigan makers, which make their sauce a little bit different. But I'm still a fan of McSweeney's compared to the others. So after the refresher, we basically hit McSweeney's And then now we finished training for this month. October, we were up here doing refresher classes for the hospital, the DPW, municipal lighting, and then we had to do an initial course for the hospital for O&M. So that's our trip for the North Country. Some of it after the refresher, some of it after the initial, and some of it before the refresher, especially at Adirondack Roasting Company coffee. That coffee is just amazing. I happen to like the Himalayan maple latte, which is what I had, and that's so we hit Vermont. One of the good things about coming up to Plattsburgh is we can hit Vermont. We can also hit Canada, Montreal specifically. Both areas are just within hours of basically being from Plattsburgh. Obviously, there's a lot to do in Plattsburgh too, but I have a preference for that Essex Bar, the Black Flannel brewing company and distillery. I do have a little bit of a preference for that particular brewery and distillery. And then basically, obviously, going to the Botanical Gardens in Montreal for the Festival of Lights, the Gardens of Light, and then seeing the different gardens, the Japanese garden, the First Nations garden, and then the Chinese garden. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode of After the Refresher. Basically, after the refresher, the North Country edition. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you'll watch our next episode. We'll probably we'll go back to being serious on the next episode. This episode we're decided to be kind of a little bit of a enjoy ourselves after the refresher. Thank you for watching, and be safe out there. Thank you.